Hey everyone, I was doing some editing and fixing things, and started thinking about something that me and some friends talked about. Okay, my mic is on. I'm still trying to figure out why a couple of my rants didn't record at all, and they seem to be recording fine now. But I'm thinking about something called the victim card, okay? For those of you that don't know, the victim card, also known, or the race card, or basically the I get out of this because of X card, it's a card you use to make yourself look more sympathetic, basically. You say, it's not a physical card, you say, oh, I was this, or I am that, and you can get away with anything according to you, or anything pertaining to that particular situation. For example, there is a user on YouTube that because she was raped, I'm not going to say she was probably raped, a long time ago, she has a right to hate all men, and no one has a right to, um, basically call her on it when she's wrong. I'll be perfectly honest, that pisses me off because I have a friend who was also raped twice, had a stalker, and she doesn't pull this shit. And on top of that, she can actually do the race card too. So it's literally one of, like, I literally, I have someone who can trump your card times two, and she doesn't pull this. And it pisses me off. And a lot of people pull the general term is the victim card, because you're a victim of whatever. Like, you're a victim of your race, you're a victim of this, you're a victim of that, and I really don't like it. I mean, people do it with their kids too, especially with autism or Asperger's. A kid will be acting up and being loud, obnoxious, rude. And remember, I mentioned in a previous rant that I am autistic, so technically I have the card. People will say, being obnoxious, rude, like the kids being obnoxious, rude, and you'll say, can you get your kid to calm down? Can you get your kid to stop? Like, my kid's autistic, he doesn't know any better. That's your job to teach him. Any parent who's been pulling this, knock it the hell off. My mother didn't let me get away with half the shit you might be letting your kid get away with, okay? I wasn't allowed to run around the supermarket. I had to stay either in the cart or next to her. I was not allowed to scream at the top of my lungs like that, because it would disturb other people. I couldn't go climbing across the seats at a movie theater. I had to sit my ass down and be good. Autism was an excuse for me to misbehave. I was taught. It may have to be explained to me a little better than most, but I was still taught that, and I try to be a good person and a friendly person to this day because of it. And she didn't hit me or anything like that. It was, she taught me these things. And she didn't let me get away with it. Autism wasn't my excuse unless it was something like a real meltdown because I was frustrated. Then she'd say, well, yes, she has autism. Let me get her out of here. She'd get me out of the situation rather than let me keep screaming and crying, especially if it was like a legitimate reason for me to blow up like that, because sometimes it did happen. Even today I still get really stressed, and I know to get myself out of the situation, at least if I can. If I can't, then oh brother, am I pissed off at the end of the day. But that's just it. Why do people use these cards, these excuses? I mean, it makes no sense. And other people are in the same situation you are, and they're not doing this. Do you have to be the victim all the time? Why? What's the fun in that? I don't want to be a victim. Victims usually end up dead. Don't you watch horror movies? Victims end up dead. Oh, I'm the victim. Monster eats you. Yay, victim dead. The asshole's dead. Next victim. You don't want to be the victim. Victim is a bad thing. Victim is bad. What you want to be is someone who's a survivor. Survivor is a good thing. Survivor means you have a fucking spine. Yes, I'm being very shouty in this rant. I'm experimenting. I'm a victim of insanity. I'm playing with this a little bit, but it's like, as of right now, if you're on my channel, your victim card is left at the door. So don't try to pull that shit with me, because I've met all types of people, okay? And to be perfectly honest, none of them use the victim card, or if they do, it's a joke. It's a stupid joke, like, oh, I'm gay, you can't do that. Like, with one friend, I always just look like, dude, you're borderline female at the rate you're going. You know, he's, you know, we tease each other like that. Nobody pulls the victim card except maybe in a jest. And I mean, I understand if there's real prejudice going on, okay? I'm gonna say right now, if somebody is really being an asshole because of X, and there was an incident like that where somebody was going to introduce a different user to her rapist again, like have her have to talk to her rapist, that's really dickish and bullshit. I think it's happened a couple of times, actually. Um, that's dickish. You're really not supposed to do that. But if you're just using a past rape that happened years ago as an excuse to be an asshole, then no, fuck you. I'll call you out on that and say I know. I'll get my friend to call you out on that and say, she's got two on you. That's the thing, though, is that the other thing about the victim card is somebody can pull out the "yeah, I am too, shut the fuck up" card, which is the best counter. Like, if somebody had the kid running around being autistic and, not being taught, and the mother goes, "Oh, you don't understand, he's autistic," I'd probably just flip out and go, "Yeah, so am I knew how to behave." Like, I could whip that back at them. And that's like the problem with the victim card is that guess what? Someone's gonna trump you eventually. You must just stop playing it now and get over yourself, okay? For any card, if you're playing the race card, well, guess what? What if the person you're yelling at's the same race as you? What are you gonna do then? If it's the religion card, sorry, someone might be the same religion as you. That goes bye-bye. The trauma card, rape, murder, that kind of thing. Excuse me? Sorry. The zombie card. No, you can't do that either. The gender card you can't do because that's like the easiest to trump. So am I, dumbass. I'm a girl too, or I'm a boy too. Duh. Yeah, you could try doing the petty arguments, but at that point, you've already lost. I just don't get the card. Your victim cards as of now have been revoked. So, have a nice day and grow a spine, please. Bye!